Well, happy Flag Day for those who celebrate. Memorial and Labor Day tend to draw the most attention through the summer months, but Flag Day has a long and respected history to recognize, well, the American flag. And the flag, it's gone through a series of redesigns and stuff like that. Before the Stars and Stripes we know today, things look different. How about this? Do you recognize any of these flags? Well, a 2006 congressional report on the topic detailed early flags used, saying that the first flags adopted by our colonial forebears were symbolic of their struggles with the wilderness of the new land. Beavers, pine trees, rattlesnakes, anchors, and various other insignia were affixed to different banners with mottos such as hope, liberty, appeal to heaven, don't tread on me. And later, well, we saw the Union Jack spinoff. You seen that one? Well, George Washington, the president, maybe you've heard of him, he did away with that. He didn't particularly like that. So instead, they went to this, 13 stars, the Stars and Stripes. And as you may know, 13 stars, well, eventually they went to 15 stars, a nice design, and the stars were added as the states were. So other designs are out there. And here we are today. Now, since 1885, Flag Day, it's been a celebration of the red, white, and blue, and today's the holiday. And it started with a teacher in Wisconsin who decided to hold the first formal observance. And President Woodrow Wilson officially established the holiday in 1916, a year before the United States joined World War I. And the flag, it's a symbol of our nation, 50 states united under one country. And the flag, it's gone through changes, and so have the physical flags that have flown through thick and thin around our community. Over in Emmett, Idaho today, big day of change. Andrew Bartline reports.
To have its own day, that's got to be one important piece of fabric.
Honor guard, 10.
Ceremony will begin in 1 minute.
But just fabric?
Forward, march.
That's not all.
Left, right, everything that I believe and stand for, the values that the United States was built upon.
Like the people serving under its banner, the flag too must rest.
That's good right there.
Today, this one's officially retired.
I spent my time in Germany back in the late 60s. Wasn't much going on then.
Serving for our military,
Yeah.
Ray Willis retired too.
We try to change ours at least once a year, or when it gets tattered, get a little windy lately.
There's always new fabric, sure. But in the same way, there's nothing new about it.
Honor guard, order, arms.
It's completely uniform to respect the men and women in uniform.
I mean, it's blowing in the wind perfectly right now. What are you feeling?
Yeah, well, if it do too long, it can almost come to tears, but it's just the meaning of it. It just sinks in after you realize it. Kind of cliche, you know, the meaning of the freedom, the opportunities, and being a veteran, well, it just still there.
And Ray's not the only one who feels it.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Mary DeMock sees it as a symbol of unity.
But I really believe in the two-party system.
Are you telling me there's Democrats in Gem County?
A few.
Where are they?
They're hiding.
Well, sort of.
But no, we're not hiding anymore. We're proud to be Americans and we're proud to be Democrats.
She's proud to be here.
I get very emotional when I look at the flag.
Why?
Because our country's so special. You know, it's a shining light in the whole world.
And here, the flag shining a light over Emmett. Regardless of political party or platform, the flag flies overall.
Do you still feel that it stands for those same things today in 2023?
Well, it's always stand for them, just not everybody believes totally in it, but that's okay. Everybody's got there, and that's what it's for.
Does that upset you that you see that people aren't seeing the flag for what you see it as?
Well, on an average, no, but everybody's got their right to their say, shall we say, but, well, they say, take the good with the bad.
The flag is sacred, and I think it represents the best of our country.
That's one important piece of fabric, all right.
Are you optimistic about the future of this country?
I am.
Yes, I have to be, or it'd be depressing.
As long as we stay together as Americans and not fight each other.
Under the same flag, maybe it's a day to know that each other, that's the real fabric of our nation.
The 1st Emmett Police Honor Guard performed that flag retirement ceremony today, and their team leader said this was also their first ceremony as an Honor Guard team. The officer we talked to was a Marine for a decade and a half, And he says that he's done this countless times before, and actually today he had a little bit of nerves, hoping to get it perfect that first time with this new Emmett Police Honor Guard. So for him, Joe, the big importance is showing that younger generation, and there were a lot of younger kids out there, the importance and respect that he personally has for the flag, that his fellow officers in uniform have for the flag, and of course those vets there as well when we talked with Ray.
And it's really interesting, too, when you talk through the different generations of what the American flag means to them. Soldiers that came home from Vietnam, they have a very different take than, people that grew up in the 9/11 era. And, for better or for worse, I always love hearing those conversations.
Yeah, and it was funny, too, when we talked with Mary, I believe was her name. First thing she told me when I talked to her is, I'm a Democrat. And I was like, okay, well, let's see what you have to say. And there might be someone on the other end of the political spectrum, but when they look at that flag, they have very similar feelings. So that was kind of cool to notice today, too.
Andrew Bartline reporting out from Gem County today. Thank you very much, Andrew.